Hey there, Seb the Realtor here. In this video, I'm going to explain the smart way to get your Bay Area home ready for sale. If you're wondering what you really need to do to make sure that you walk away with the most money when you sell your home, then you definitely want to watch this video. The other day, I got a text message from a client of mine, and we are working to get his home on the market. And he said, "Hey Seb, can you send me one of your videos about how to get my home ready for market?" And I went into my YouTube channel and I looked, and you know what? I don't actually have any videos on my YouTube channel about how to get your home ready for sale. I do have a video about how not to get your home ready for sale, about the things you should not do to your home before getting it on the market, but I don't actually have like a video which addresses this specific topic, shockingly enough. I do have quite a bit of written content on my website, but in terms of an actual video, I don't have one. Now, this is obviously a pretty big topic, and I could make a video that goes on and on for days and days. Actually, I have several DVDs that I bought over the years from other realtors, and they're like 60 minutes and 90 minutes long about how you can, get your home ready for market so that you can get the best offer and sell it quickly and easily. But I don't think you want to sit through 60 minutes or 90 minutes, and I certainly don't want to work through that much material either. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the essence, the nuts and bolts about what you really need to know in order to make sure that you hit it out of the park when you go to sell your home here in the Bay Area. A lot of times when people are thinking about getting their homes ready for market, they are saying, gee, my home needs everything. I need to do a whole ton of work to my property in order to maximize the sale price. And honestly, yes, in order to maximize the sale price, you may need to do a ton of work on your property. You may need to put on a new roof. You may need to put in a new kitchen and new bathrooms and new flooring and new windows and a new electrical system and new plumbing. You may need to do all of that if you want to get the maximum sale price, but actually you're probably not really interested in getting the maximum sale price. You're probably interested in getting the maximum payout at closing after accounting for all the costs of sale. And when you are talking about doing that kind of work to your home, like doing basically a full level renovation to your home, that is going to cost you more than you are going to get out of it, unless you are a person who can do the work yourself. If you are capable of putting in a new roof and changing the windows, remodeling your kitchen and bathrooms, and basically building sweat equity, doing that work yourself, not paying somebody else, then in that case, you may be able to get a larger payout if you can trade your time and effort for money. But most people can't do that. Most people would need to hire that kind of work out, and it just doesn't pencil out. I've looked at it a million ways from Sunday over the 21 years plus that I've been selling real estate, and there have been numerous reports done over the years which say that exact same thing, is that when you are doing that kind of large-scale renovation to a property prior to selling your home, you will end up losing money on the job. The time to do that kind of work is about 5 or 10 years before you sell the home. That way you have 5 or 10 years to enjoy the improvements that you make. Those improvements will still look relatively good. They will be in good condition. They will still somewhat be in fashion. And you will reap the reward of doing that work by your own enjoyment, but not necessarily for an increase in the sale price over what you would have netted if you hadn't done the work to begin with. But there are some kind of projects which definitely do pay off when you are getting your home ready for sale. You want to pay attention to the low-hanging fruit. These are the jobs that can be done quickly and easily and affordably, many of which you can even do yourself, or if you do hire them out, they are typically not that expensive because they are generally low-skill kinds of jobs. So what are these low-hanging fruit exactly? These are the things that you see in every Realtor quick guide on what you need to do to get your home ready for sale. This is age-old wisdom that everyone needs to keep on learning because you only sell a house periodically. But here you go. Curb appeal. Number one, your home has got to look great from the street. But it's not really from the street so much anymore. Today, it's really from the screen. That first picture needs to look really great. It needs to look like $1 million or $2 million or $3 million or more if we're talking about the Bay Area. So curb appeal, definitely very important. The next thing you need to do is declutter your house. You need to get rid of a lot of your stuff. Listen, if you're going to be moving, now is a great time to get rid of the stuff that you don't really want to take with you. Your house needs to look big and spacious and comfortable and not jam-packed full of stuff. When buyers come into your house, they need to be able to see your house, not your stuff. So get rid of all the unessential stuff that you have lying around. And let's face it, most of the stuff that we have is not essential. And make your house look open and bright. Buyers need to be able to navigate your home easily. They need to be able to see a lot of wall space and a lot of floor space to get a sense of proportion of your home and see how it really would work for them. Now, you also want to make sure that your home is really clean. Hire a professional cleaning company to come in and give your house a really, really deep clean. Get down there and clean out that grout. Make sure your home actually sparkles, that it also smells clean and fresh. Odor is one of those very, very important things that turns off buyers instantaneously. So if there is any kind of odor in your home, like mold or pets or tobacco or heavy cooking smells, you want to make sure that all of that is mitigated so that your house smells clean and fresh. The sense of smell is the most powerful emotional trigger for anybody. So you want to make sure that there is nothing that the buyers could smell which they would object to and possibly have bad connotations from. Make sure your house smells great. Now, I talked about curb appeal in the front of the house. How about the backyard? Listen, the reason why everyone spends so much money to live here in California is because the weather is so great, right? It is really about indoor and outdoor living. Make sure that your backyard, if you have one, really does look like an inviting place to spend a lot of time in. Make sure you get rid of all the clutter. Make sure you trim it up. Make sure you pressure wash that concrete. Make sure that you have it look like an inviting place where you could have friends and family over to spend leisurely afternoons on the weekends, if we had any of those here in the Bay Area, am I right? But make it look like that, because that is what buyers will want to envision themselves doing in their new home, which is currently your beautiful backyard. Another really important thing that you definitely need to consider is the amount of natural light which comes into your house. If you have any trees or bushes that are blocking natural light coming into your house, you need to cut them down or at least cut them way back. Let as much natural light come into your home as possible. Also, if you have window screens on your house, always take off your window screens and put them in the garage. Leave them for the buyer. A lot of window screens aren't really in great shape. They're not exactly a selling point. So just take them off and put them in the garage. Window screens will block light coming into your house, as will curtains and draperies. Consider removing those as well. You really want to make sure that as much natural light as possibly can be had is coming into your house to light it up when buyers walk in the door. And here is a really big one, which is oftentimes overlooked. Do not put all your stuff in the garage. The garage is a very, very valuable space here in the Bay Area. After all, it is where Hewlett-Packard and Apple and Google and many other companies were born. They were born in people's garages. People don't look at garages as a place to put their junk, although, of course, that's where all the junk usually ends up going. But no, when you're buying a house, it's about what am I going to do with this amazing space? I'm going to have a home office here. I'm going to be able to launch my company here. Or maybe I'm going to have a rec room, or I'm going to have like a she shed, or I'm going to have a great place for my kids to play, something like that. But if your garage is filled with junk, buyers will not be able to see the garage. They will have a hard time envisioning the use of that garage. So make sure that your garage is empty and looks fantastic. And here's a pro tip. Consider putting epoxy on your garage floor to make it really look neat and clean and inviting. Putting epoxy on your floor doesn't really cost very much, but the results can be really, really incredible, and it will definitely help the buyers see the garage as something that is much more useful than just a garage. Now, all of these things that I've just gone over, these are all very quick and easy to do, and you can do a lot of them yourself. And if you don't want to do them yourself, you can hire that work out, because this is some of the cheapest work that you could possibly have done in your house, and it will go a long way to making sure that you get the most amount of money when you close escrow. Now, when it comes to repairs to your home, I'm not actually a big advocate for doing a lot of repairs prior to selling your home. I do believe that you should also get a home inspection and a termite inspection at the very least to document the current condition of your home, and make sure that you give those to the buyer and they will buy your home as is, so they won't need you to do any of those repairs. But if there are any needed repairs in your home that would preclude it from getting a mortgage loan, like for example, holes in the wall, holes in the floor, missing kitchen, holes in the roof, anything like that, which would violate lender condition guidelines such that a buyer could not get a conventional loan on the property, then I would say in that case, you are almost for sure going to want to get those repairs done and put your home into a condition where the buyer could get a conventional loan, because that is going to increase your buyer pool dramatically, and you will find buyers who can afford to pay a lot more than those people who are looking for a cash-only fixer-upper project for sure. But you may be saying, hey Seb, what about painting? Shouldn't I paint? Or how about flooring? Shouldn't I put in new flooring? I've heard that's really important to do. Well, listen, every home is different, and I can't say, not having seen your house, if you would benefit by having a fresh coat of paint or new flooring. In many cases you would, in many cases you would not. But if you want to get my professional opinion, I would be happy to come over to your home, meet with you, take a tour, and let you know specifically what I think can and should be done quickly and easily to not just boost the sale price of your house, but boost the size of the check that you get at closing. My number, it's here at the bottom of the screen. Go ahead, shoot me a text message, give me a call anytime. I'd be happy to talk to you about the particulars of your situation and how I can help you make sure that your next move is the best one yet. All right, that is all I have for this video. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope you did find it somewhat valuable. And if you did, I'm guessing, and this is totally a guess, that you might also enjoy some of these videos over here. These are some of the most popular videos here on my YouTube channel, so please do take a look. All right, that's all I have for this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and please stay tuned.